Hi Boise, Chris today with Boise Health and Life Insurance Agency. Listen, we're going to talk about today seniors life insurance, sometimes as it's referred to burial life insurance, I apologize, and final expense life insurance. They're all the same thing, okay? These policies are designed for people who are a little bit older. It's going to be tough to get a larger face amount depending on your premium when you're a little bit older. But this is really designed to take care of final expenses after you die. They are whole life policies. So once you are approved, you pay the premium. And there's a couple different types. There's a guaranteed issue type of policy. That's a good policy if you have extreme health issues and you're uninsurable, because you are guaranteed to get the policy. It costs more. Then there is a policy where you would possibly go through an underwriting. They ask you questions over the phone and they may order medical records and some tests. That costs less. So if you're in fairly good health, overall pretty good health, and you just want to have from $5,000 up to $45,000 of death benefit for final expenses, that would be the way that you would go. But what you do is come to our website, goidahoinsurance.com. You'll just come in here. Now, we may be redoing the website. It could look different, but you'll see life insurance quotes and you'll see under products, life insurance. Just click on life insurance quotes. This is going to take you to our online quote engine. Fill out your information. I do get an email with your information. We're not going to pester you. I would here, this is the best rate class. This is the worst. Not the worst. It could get, depending on underwriting, but you'd probably want to be right in here, okay? So just to kind of get you going. Tobacco or cannabis use, that is tobacco rates. Be honest, because the information could be in your medical records if they order that, and you don't want to have an issue with an insurance company of not being truthful on the application, okay? Your height and weight, which will help us determine your potential rate class, and then your date of birth. So I think what we're going to do today is we're going to do I believe 65, let's do a 65-year-old. So, because that's about the age that we see folks kind of looking at final expense. You can get it as early as age 50 with some companies, 55, but 65, 70, that's when we're seeing people really think about those types of plans. So, okay, so you'll come in here and you'll see this is our coverage slider here, how much death benefit you want. But the first thing you need to do, these are for term rates. First thing you need to do is come over here and click on permanent. Don't worry about these here, and then slide this all the way down. We go all the way down to 5,000. That's the minimum. And then it's going to start showing you what's available. So we have a final expense product here, starting at $29 a month. So let's see here. So typically we can go up to about 50,000 on a final expense or a burial plan. This is doing the calculating right here, moving around. Now these are all permanent plans here, so let's just slide this down a little bit to 45 and see if our final expense premium is pulling up yet. So now you're going to see here guaranteed UL and a whole life. These are fully underwritten products. This guaranteed UL, that product is designed to be as inexpensive as possible, okay, for a permanent policy. And it is a very good policy. So let's just scroll down here to 25,000. All right, now you're seeing a guaranteed UL, whole life, and final expense. You can see these cost less because they are underwritten, and here's our final expense. And one last thing, I'm just going to come down here to 5,000, and what we're going to do is we're just going to go into the final expense quote here. So select that, click next, and this is where you'll put your email and your phone number. Don't worry, we're not going to pester you. Now we're into the different products for our final expense. We've got 3 available, you can see here. This is the best rate that always shows up on top. And then here's our 2 other products here. United of Omaha, I'm sure you've heard of them, and Gerber. You see them on TV all the time. Down here, we can switch and change what we want to see. So today, for purposes of this, we are going to do a $25,000 death benefit. We're going to rerun this quote. And now you're seeing here the new rates. So Oxford Life, A-rated, is coming in at $132 a month. Okay, now this is for a 65-year-old. Now United of Omaha at $136. Now these say no exam, but there possibly could be based upon a phone interview. Gerber is $211, which is significant increase in the monthly premium. Here's why. Gerber is a guaranteed issue policy. So no matter your health, you're guaranteed to get a policy. Now, it is also a graded death benefit. Within the first 2 policy years, if anything happens to you other than an accident, you get a return of premiums plus 10% interest is paid to the beneficiary. So you have to live 2 years to get the full death benefit, is what this says. And if you don't, you'll get a return of the premiums that you paid plus 10% interest from the company. Okay? That's why it costs more. Oxford, I like United of Omaha. I just worked with them for many years. Okay, you do not need an exam. You'll have a phone call and your medical records could be reviewed. Okay? Obviously, a much better premium. So if, like I said, unless you have significant health issues, but it's always best to maybe start here. Gerber is guaranteed issues, so we can always apply for United of Omaha policy or Oxford. And if you are declined for whatever reason, we can always go to Gerber, and at least then you'll know what your premiums will be. You can actually, if that looks good, you can come in here and you can simply start the application from right here, which is great. So, okay folks, that's it for today. Call me with any questions or contact us and we'll be glad to help. But that's our review of some senior life insurance, final expense, or burial policies. Have a great day.